Hey guys, Grandmaster here again, and welcome to another episode. Today we're going to be talking about a special deal I saw out there this weekend, and that was to fill this bag as much as you can with retro games, and it's all for 2,000 yen. Now, that's roughly a little less than $20. So let's see what I stuffed in this bag. Alright guys, so first off I'm just going to reach into the bag one at a time, and I'll pull out a few games and we'll see what we got. Now, don't expect any super rare games because obviously this is just their old inventory. I guess they're just trying to get rid of, but there's a couple Super Mario games in here and stuff like that. There's some goodies in here, but nothing's going to be super rare. Obviously they're going to have a sign out that says, you know, fill your bag worth of retro games, as long as it doesn't go over the top of the bag, and you know, it's for $20. So yeah, I wasn't expecting anything too hot, but I picked out the best that I could. So let's jump into it. So first up we got Mario Tennis. That's always a good game. Don't require a whole lot of English. All of these are Japanese games, by the way. So yeah, I consider that a good plus. Next up we have Human, the new generation. It's a racing game. So Formula 1 racing. Should be pretty fun, I guess. Here we have Star Juster. I don't know much about this game. Looks like maybe a side-scrolling shooter or a top-down shooting game, so I mean, I'll try it out. Here we go, we got a Konami game. I don't know what this game is. If you do, hey, let me know. Is it any good? He looks pretty familiar, but I'm not familiar with this game. So, you know, let me know if it's any good, if it's worth checking out. I mean, probably check it out, obviously, anyway, since I've got it, but if it's one of the first ones, I should be checking out. Now we've got Wave Race. That's an obvious pick, right? Wave Race 64. Let's see, what's this? A PSP game. That is Soul Calibur Broken Destiny on the PSP. So it's a good find. It doesn't look too scratched up either, so playable. Here we've got a Game Boy game. I don't know what this is. It says Z, the Miracle of the Zone. Don't quite know what that is, but hopefully it doesn't require a whole lot of English. It probably does, but aha, we have Tetris on the Game Boy. Can't go wrong with Tetris. Looks like we've got another racing game, this time on the Game Boy. I'll have to check this out. Ooh, another Game Boy game. So this looks like a robot game, Cabot version? I have no idea. A lot of these games I don't know much about. All the more better for me to try out and figure out what they are exactly. Got a bunch of Game Boy games that I fit into here. Wario Land, you can't go wrong with Wario Land. I remember playing Wario Land a lot in my younger years. It was a good game for the Game Boy, actually. It quite surprised me, so yeah, that's always good times. We have a Dragon Quest game. Can't go wrong with Dragon Quest, although it's going to require to read some Japanese, some kanji in there, so it probably won't go too smoothly if I play through it, but it's still pretty cool to own. Haha, Solar Striker for the Game Boy. Pretty cool game, check it out. Of course, we have another Game Boy game, that is Golf. Golf on the Game Boy. Always exciting. Let's see, another PSP game. What do I got here? Is that Tekken 6? That's a pretty good pick for a PSP game. Another Nintendo 64 game. Ooh, V2? Custom Robo V2. Don't know much about this. Like I said, a lot of these games are a mystery to me, but maybe it's like a fighting game or something. I don't know. We'll have to see. Ooh, the label is kind of damaged on this one. This is Star Wars Shadow of the Empire. I already have this. I actually have it boxed for the Japanese version boxed and for the N64. But I saw it in there, and it was one of the better games of the whole lot, so I decided to go ahead and snatch it up. Maybe I'll throw it in a giveaway sometime or something, or maybe just use this as my playable copy and keep the boxed version up there nice and safe on the shelf. Famicom game, we got Volgarde 2. Now, I have not played this. I'm not quite sure what it is, but hey, I'm going to find out. Mario Paint, I've got this boxed as well, but like I said, I can use this as a playable copy, or I can just throw it in a giveaway. Back to the Famicom. This, I have no idea what this is. Now, what I normally do when I buy video games is I'll punch in this little code down here. If you can see ours up here, actually, up here in pink. If you punch in this code into Google, you can actually get the name of the game, and it'll show you, you'll have links to videos and stuff like that. So that's an easy way if you're looking at import games on how to find out what the games are. It has a familiar picture on there that you're not quite sure what it is. Yeah, you can just look up this code, punch in that code, which is YZW-QY is what this one is. That's normally what I do. Is I'll sit down, bring my phone out, punch up those codes, and I'll see what the game is. I actually found that out maybe about 3 or 4 years ago when I first got here. I think my wife actually figured that out for me, and then I started telling everyone else, and it's pretty cool. Alright guys, another Nintendo 64 game, and that is looks like a racing game, I'm not sure. I wasn't a big Nintendo 64 fanboy growing up, so a lot of these games in Japanese, I wouldn't even know them in English probably, if this has an English version. Sorry, I wasn't a big Nintendo 64 guy, but unfortunately that's mostly what they had on the table was N64 games and a couple Super Famicom games, which I'm more familiar with. But for Nintendo 64, I haven't played like 90% of the library on the Nintendo 64, but I'm always finding new games to play and kind of go back to it and get some enjoyment out of these games. Alright, back to the Super Famicom, we have Super WrestleMania. I played this a lot as a kid. This was a pretty fun game. I used to go to my friend's house and pick the Undertaker and just lay down some SmackDown with that. Now this one, I have no idea what this is. It says Twin. Like I said, it has a Pink Panther on there. I believe it's the Pink Panther there. I have no idea what this is, but I needed to fit space. I had extra room in this bag, so I was just filling up this bag with all kinds of crazy, weird, awkward games. If there was other games in there that I knew what they were, I would have picked them, but like I said, I had a lot of empty space in here and I had to fill it up to the rim with games. It's got a bird and looks like, yeah, the Pink Panther there. I'm not sure, it could be a puzzle game. And like I said, with these games, you can punch in the codes and find out what they were. I didn't do that this time because I was just filling the whole bag full of games, so it didn't really matter what they were to me exactly. I just had to fill up the bag before other people came up behind me and started picking through the pile of games. So $20 for this whole bag. It's a pretty good deal, so I just stuffed them in there real quick and took off. We got Gundam F91 for the Super Famicom. We have J2, Wonder Project. I heard good things about this game. Obviously in Japanese, I'm not sure if that's going to affect me a whole lot, but I've heard good things about it, so I'll have to try that out. Again, I wasn't a Nintendo 64 guy growing up, but you know, what better time to get into it now. This looks like it is, yep, Super Mario Brothers. A little faded, but we got Super Mario Brothers on the Famicom now, the original Famicom. Another Famicom game, looks like Clu Land. I'm not too familiar with this one, but I'll have to check it out. Super Famicom, Donkey Kong 3, or should I say Super Donkey Kong 3. Always a good time. This is a must pick when I saw it in a pile, so bam, got it. Another Nintendo 64 game is, I almost said tennis there. That's golf. Got Mario Golf on the Nintendo 64. I don't know why I wanted to say tennis. I've got tennis on the mind. It looked like they were holding tennis rackets there for a second. But yeah, hey, you can't go wrong with a golf game on the 64, right? Especially if it's got Mario in it. And I mean that in a way as in, I don't need to know any English for that. I mean, Japanese. Something's wrong with me. Alright, let me get my words right now. Okay, Samurai Spirits on the Game Boy. Pretty shocked to see this in there in the pile. That's pretty cool. They wanted to get rid of that, huh? So this is Dead Heat Fighters, Samurai Spirits. I didn't have this already, and even if I saw this for sale for like 300 yen or something, I would have picked it up. But now I pretty much got it almost for free. Not really cheap, I guess you could just say. Because I crammed a whole lot of Game Boy games into this little bag. I was just slipping them into little sides in the corners to fill it up. Also got Kirby on the Game Boy Color. And let's see, I see some more Game Boy games stacked back down here. Okay, here's PSP games. Go through those real quick. We got Daxter. Let's see, Star Wars Battlefront Elite Squadron. And Star Ocean. Which one is this? Second Evolution. Now, is this the Japanese version or the English version? Everything's in English. I'm wondering if this is... I don't know. Yeah, it says Japan only, so it's Japanese. Not sure how much Japanese I'll need to know about that. Final Fantasy Dissidia, so that's pretty cool. Actually, I have that boxed already, but hey, I had space to slip it in here, so I'll throw it in here. Alright, we have Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. And none of these look really scratched up. I mean, the Japanese take pretty good care of their games, so I'm not too worried about that. Metal Gear Solid, again, Portable Ops. Another Super Famicom game, looks like Dragon Quest VI. Now, I can put this into Retron 5 and upload the English patch to it and read RPGs just fine. So I can do that for a lot of these games, actually, but I mainly use that for the RPGs, so that's pretty cool. And I'm scraping the bottom of the bag here now, and it looks like we've got 5 Game Boy games stacked up here. Looks like what in the devil is that? So it's Yoshi, Kirby on the Game Boy. Looks like he's riding a hamster. I'm not quite sure what that's about. Yeah. I'm sure some of you probably are like, oh, that's whatever and whatever, duh. But I did not know about this. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's the sequel to it because it's got a 2. So, yeah. Space Invaders, can't go wrong with some Space Invaders. And we have Saga by Square, one of the older games in the series, so it's going to require some reading, but still pretty cool to own. Aha, Mario Golf again, but this time on the Game Boy Color. And last but not least, we have another Tetris. I believe this is the different label version than the one I just showed you earlier. Let me dive through these games again. Oh no, it is the same label. Okay. So I got 2 Tetrises. Like I said, one I'll probably throw one in the giveaway. So I'm having a giveaway soon. I actually already have the box sealed up in the next room. So look forward to that. I'll be doing a giveaway soon. Not for any particular reason. I guess I've reached 300 subscribers here recently, so I guess you can call it for that. Look forward to the rules on that, and I'll post it. It's probably going to be real simple, like subscribe, and comment, on the video that does the giveaway, and I'll be giving that away. Pretty cool stuff in there. I took a picture of it, and then I sealed it up, and it's ready to ship to whoever wins it. So yeah. Alright guys, I just wanted to share that big old bag of games. I don't see that around here too often. Yeah, when I first saw it, I was like, what does that mean? It's got a bunch of bags up there, and it's got this bin full of random games, a whole bunch of games. And I was basically just saying 2,000 yen, and I held up my phone to translate all the kanji on there, and it said, okay, fill the bag up, but not past the rim for 2,000 yen. I'm like, awesome. Fill the bag up full of retro games and pay a little less than $20. I can do that. So I just started throwing the games in. Like I said, if you're into import games and you're not quite sure what the game is, look for the little code on the bottom or at the top of some of these games, and it will bring up into Google exactly what the game's name is, and it'll actually link you to videos and stuff like that online, so you can figure out if it's a game that you want to play or whether or not you need to know a whole lot of Japanese. Alright guys, thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thought I'd share that cool pickup, and I'll see you next time.